foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle. Anybody. You are prohibited from discussing anybody that is not Nigeria government and the affiliate. If anybody has been in this struggle, stop talking about them. If anybody has fallout, stop talking about them until it is necessary. From tonight, I do not want to see anybody in the media team discussing one nonsense, discussing anybody that has fallout of this struggle until when it is necessary. I will give you that green light. For now, we must focus on Nigeria government, on Hope Uzodinma, on the awareness to make sure that the necessary resources is raised. For now, there is nothing they are going to say about me they have not said before. There is no attack that I have not.
The ambassador for peace. Listen. The ambassador for peace has broken mighty record once again. When our PM says no media team should attack an individual in this struggle, is another record broken. If you go into analysis in this struggle we are into, you will then understand the reason the whole universe gathered together and they give him the ambassador for peace, the universal ambassador for peace. Here you will understand the reason they gave him the universal ambassador for peace. No media team should pick up an individual and begin to attack an individual. Someone that has showed his face, that has sacrificed his life for this struggle. Maybe one thing and the another, because no man is perfect. We are born to make mistake. Then, when little mistake is being found, you pick it up to go and ransack the person. This is a message.
So, Biafrans, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We want to enjoy your comments. There are reasons why our calls are in different forms to serve Biafra. And we understand through well the reason of divide and rule. Our PM is fighting this war front and back, and he is one person alone. There are reasons why we come and join him trying to make things to go viral so that every other person will understand. When you understand the secret behind divide and rule, you will see the reason the PM come out to lock the door of division. And that's why I flash this picture. I flash this picture here. I flash this picture here in order for our people to understand where we are going. No man is... in order for people to understand where we are going, that's why we flash this picture here. Linda TV show, welcome. welcome, welcome, welcome. Mickey, Glory, thank you, thank you. Linda, yes, 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 we are here. We are here, we are here. Thank you for joining. Now, there are things we have to come, as I see Linda here, Powerful Media, and the other medias that we join. Let us bring something out. The reason Fulanis get us is through divide and rule. And in this era of our leader, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, things must change. And those things are changing. We don't really know much about the history of Ojukwu, but we know that they sang a song that says that Ifeajuna betrayed Ojukwu. These are history they told us because we were not born then. Then we will begin to enter inside the era of Masob. We are going to this message. Why our PM, government in exile? Because a lot of people doesn't know what we fight and how we get this order. Because this order is mighty in this struggle. Let me repeat it again. Then you will be able to capture what we are talking.
You, who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle.
Do you know why we pick this in up? This is a message, like yesterday we made a message, we said, long-awaited order by our PM. We've been waiting for this order to come. And let us analyze a little. When Masob started, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was with Masob. And the things begin to shake. Things begin to shake. I like this decision the PM made. Linda TV show. Thank you. Thank you. Linda, yeah. Tell us more. Tell us how you feel about this order. And since we have taken the sacrifice to show our face, we will defend the call which Chukwukika Abiyama, the spirit of Biafra, called us to do. And my call is different to your own call. In Christianity, there are people that is called to be prophets. There are people that is called to be healing ministers. There are different calls. But our own call is to serve nature, bring the message natural. When some confusions entered inside Masob, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brought up an idea. He told Owazirike that this way you are going, our people doesn't want to hear this thing this way. Everybody knows Owazirike made it open that time, that what he wants is a peaceful agitation until that time. Then Owazirike and his team formed against our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which made The members of Masob beat up Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They naked him. I saw the picture of the naked of our great leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I saw the picture, complete naked. Women urinated and they poured on his head. You understand? Owazirike did not do this thing which our PM did. Let us show you what he did because we are analyzing.
You, who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle.
Now we go. Linda TV show. I think I will use you today for this program. Linda says it will enable the media warriors to be focused. Now we continue. Owazirike did not call the members of Masob to stop any attack. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu then pushed out. He was with Uchemefo. When this thing was going on, Uchemefo was leading. We don't care what he is doing now. We want to put this thing so that this message will bring out what we want. We are serving nature. We are serving Biafra through nature. We will bring mighty fruit to this message. Then Uchemefo is the person who told IPOBs to go and protest. And they were killing them there at a flyover on Onitsha. He told them, keep on putting the record of the people being killed. Uchemefo is the person who gave the order for people to go protest, and he said we should be keeping record. That time we've been protesting with a flag. They've been killing us. Uchemefo was obedient under Nnamdi Kanu. Later, similarly, things similar happened. That thing similar is the same thing that happened with from DOS. We begin to hear. Fabian, thank you. We begin to hear that Uchemefo have collected money from Nigerian government. From there, we heard about Father Odemmewa and a reverend sister that knelt down in front of Uchemefo and said, do not take this decision. Then, as this decision, Uchemefo took his own decision. Then, this particular DOS today are the people who said that Uchemefo have collected money. He went to Dubai to buy house. He want to buy mansion in Dubai. He want to buy this. He want to buy that. He have collected money. Last video Uchemefo did the other day, I think 3 days ago, he said, if he would have the opportunity to collect the money, I am not defending Uchemefo, but I am coming to this program, this order, which our Prime Minister give, because we will give it manure. We will put fertilizer inside this message. Share this message. Our PM says in this place, if you see people criticizing him, tag him for him to listen to how he have been criticized. So if you consider this message good, tag him. If you consider this message bad, tag him. We are answering our call. And who called us? Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo. They are the people that called us to deliver this message natural. Now, when the accusation goes on against Uchemefo, nobody made this call. Let us tell you the call we've been waiting for, why our minister have destroyed the ideology of divide and rule. Nobody made this call and give this order.
You, who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle.
You understand? Nobody made this call. Nobody gave this order then to stop any attack. Then we are keeping the record, and we told you that God called us and he said we will bring the Biafran Bible. We are registering them. Nobody made this call and give order. Are you getting it? Now, Uchemefo then pulled out, and he went and joined Owazurike and Asari Dokubo. They formed up a team to be attacking IPOB and then Nnamdi Kanu. When Owazurike joined them to form that de facto government, which they made Asari Dokubo the leader, the president of Biafran de facto, Owazurike said, you quote according to what they said, Owazurike said that when after forming that thing, what they are talking in that place was different to the original ideology. That what they are coming up with is only to attack. He is tired. Because Owazurike have realized that without Nnamdi Kanu, all his effort in Biafran struggle is in vain. He said that he is trying now to take advantage of Nnamdi Kanu because he is the person that made Nnamdi Kanu. If we, Biafrans, can take oath to defend Nnamdi Kanu, can put our life to defend Nnamdi Kanu, that he is the maker of Nnamdi Kanu, for this reason, he wants to stand strong. He will not speak against Nnamdi Kanu again with Uchemefo and Asari Dokubo. Is it not true? This order is what have been in my mind. I am very happy that our PM come up with this. This is from Christ. Then Gerard, thank you. If I begin to read this, and I will go out of the context. Now, Owazurike, since that time, Owazurike palmed. Owazurike calmed down. When they carry information to him, he will say, he have told you people to release Nnamdi Kanu. Owazurike did not come openly and tell people what you are going to hear now. I am trying to stick this thing inside your memory. This thing, I will stick it inside your memory. Then you will begin to reason, have a different meaning of this particular message. Owazurike snitched out from that de facto government Uchemefo and the Asari Dokubo formed with him. Owazurike, but Owazurike did not give this order. Let us tell you the order we have been expecting Owazurike to give. This is the order.
You, who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle. Anybody. You are prohibited from discussing anybody that is not Nigeria government and the affiliate. If anybody has been in this struggle, stop talking about them. If anybody has fallout stop talking about them until it is necessary.
Until it is necessary. Are you getting it? Owazirike did not give this idea to that de facto government that time. Then he sneaked away and he said he cleaned his hand against any attack that he is now watching. Which Emefo then carry up the attack up to today. Now, Marty Simon Ekpa then came up to this movement. Which Emefo attacked our leader, our prime minister. He attacked him. Our prime minister responded to him. He said, Which Emefo, time has passed. The time he used to send information to you, send you notice so that you can deliver to our leader. Today, he is in charge to put this thing the way it's supposed to be. Yes, it's a distraction many are doing. It's very bad. Yeah. So, that he has come to put this thing in the line it's supposed to be. That's why you hear him, he give this order. We are coming. Then, Uchemefo, go and watch his program. Every day he come out, his matter is a government in exile, autopilot. Uchemefo never called for peace, but he said that his own agitation is no violence. But he is then poisoning people's mind, those who can listen to him. Now we are coming. DOS, when our leader write his 13 commandments, after writing 13 commandments, number one of it is, do not interfere to any decision our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is going to take. They seized up that book, just like the way Moses collected 10 commandments. When returning, he saw that people are messing up. He break up the 10 commandments. But this time around, the commandment is inside computer. The first paper, probably they have destroyed the first paper, but they printed another paper and they show all the 13 commandments of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which says, allow Simon Ekpa to give this kind of order, because this is a message our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not give before his rendition, before he went to lead in front. He did not give this order. And he said, listen to Simon Ekpa, who is bringing another dimension, another ideology on how to destroy this evil agenda of divide and rule. Owazirike divided, Uchemefo divided. Then DOS now supposed to hook up for what our leader did not do. Then they called people like us. We have our certificate. When they called us, go and attack Simon Ekpa. We asked them, why should we go and attack Simon Ekpa? Simon Ekpa have not done anything wrong. He is only bringing ideas on how to fight against this divide and rule. Divide and rule, you know that 32 states of Biafra today, some of them are thinking whether they are Biafra, whether they will accept us, whether they will not accept. But what is the language? Everybody is waiting. When attack is going to anybody who came up, you're supposed to control these people and tell them, don't do this again. That was the language. You know about Magnus Oraka? When he made his own, Magnus Oraka, for example, he is dying silently for fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Biafra cherished him. But when he made a mistake, nobody gave this order. When Asare Dokubo made a mistake, nobody gave this order. When all these people that is causing this problem today, nobody gave this order. Let me tell you the order that is holding Biafra. Our prime minister have broken the yoke. This is the order.
You, who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle. Anybody. You are prohibited from discussing anybody that is not Nigeria government and the affiliate. If anybody has been in this struggle, stop talking about them. If anybody has fallout, stop talking about them until it is necessary. From tonight, I do not want to see anybody in the media team.
Can you now justify? Can you now read the handwriting here? The ambassador for peace, the universal ambassador for peace. Do you see why they gave him this universal ambassador for peace? This is where the thing is coming from. Because there is no way, if our prime minister did not make this order, we are still expecting him. There are some orders we are expecting him to give. And that one, we will send it indoor. Because this one, before we get this in, we pass the 4 corners of the way. Before we get this one, we fought. We send applications to his table. We send applications to his table. We told him there is something wrong going on. He is a lawyer. Yes, Simon is the Linda. Then there is something wrong going on. We cannot go this way. We send application. And let me tell you something. Our prime minister is a lawyer, a human rights activist. You understand? If you never win a case, you will never know how to submit application to his table. And if you submit application to his table, this is the thing that have to defend you. This certificate here will defend you because he is ambassador for peace. And this peace now is what he has just called for. The ambassador for peace. He has called on it. Stop any attack. So that if this message I am delivering today now, if it is against the law of Biafran government in exile, if it is against the law of media team, if it is against his own law, because first of all, I have to commit against the media team. I have to then commit against the Biafran government in exile before I will commit against him. So if media team doesn't like this, they will report to government in exile. Government in exile will call his attention. Then he will then call me that the message I delivered today, he doesn't like it. What is my penalization? Let me tell you people something, because we are 555 vision. God called us and gave us the teaching the way we will teach it so that people will understand. When he will call me now and tell me, hey, 555 vision, Paul Longbiko, I don't like that video you made that day. What he is going to give me is suspension. Are you getting it now? He will give me suspension. And the way he give me suspension, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, whatever. No media team will carry it up and begin to analyze this video where I make wrong, to paint my face wrong, in order for me to come back and correct my error. Are you getting it now? That is the reason it is necessary that he put this law. This law he put, I will use this law to make a program for some time in order for people to understand exactly what is going on. If I take suspension now, nobody will come and tarnish my image in the public in order for me to return back again. because egbusie n'ama eburu naba n'obi gbuo dike n'ọgụ ụlọ mbọsị ihe ọgụ ruru achọba dike. DOS failed to stop their warrior on the attack. I rejected their offer. Nobody will give you suspension. You are doing well. Yes, Linda, you are judging it here. No, Linda, everybody is understanding what we are talking about here. It is normal that some people will find it wrong. But now I am not afraid, because nobody will take this thing now and they go up to criticize me. What he can only give me is suspension, because Biafran law will not have death sentence. So this thing I am doing now, nobody will come and kill me for it. Rather, the highest thing I will receive here is suspension or promotion. Suspension or promotion. Simple. He is the ambassador for peace. He is a lawyer and a human rights activist. Are you understanding now? So we are taking advantage of this document here, this certificate here. We are taking advantage of it to make sure we deliver our message. All of us are working under this certificate here. So, and every one of you knows the reason why he delivered this message. Let us then come. Here now we come. The reason things has been happening, and as things has been happening, he understands the danger ahead of inside war. He understood very, very deep the danger inside interior war. And he knew that going the way which Owazirike, doing the mistake of Owazirike, or not to put in the order before Mazen Nnamdi Kanu left, that he himself may fall victim like others. Then, immediately, he called. And what did he call for? Listen to it. Because ndị Igbo sị, wepụ aka enwe n'ofe tupu ọ ghọrọ aka mmadụ. Tupu ọ ghọrọ aka mmadụ, iwepụ aka enwe n'ofe. Maka ndị Igbo na-asị, a na-ekwu na ọkụkọ tinyere ọnụ na nni, ọchịrị ụkwụ na-abụ wụba. Ọkwe na-aghọta na. So, this call, do you see?
Who only thing you know is to foment trouble.
Now we will finish the message.
Distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle. Anybody. You are prohibited from discussing anybody that is not Nigeria government and the affiliate. If anybody has been in this struggle, stop talking about them. If anybody has fallout, stop talking about them until it is necessary. From tonight, I do not want to see anybody in the media team discussing one nonsense, discussing anybody that has fallout of this struggle until when it is necessary. I will give you that green light. For now, we must focus on Nigeria government, on Hope Uzodinma, on the awareness to make sure that the necessary resources is raised. Necessary fund is raised. You have to continue to expose and create awareness on the activities of the Biafra Republic government in exile, activities of the Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra Resistance Fighters, activities of our Marine, activities of our Naval forces, activities of whatever the Biafra de facto government is doing. This is what I want every media team, every media personnel to be doing from tonight. Believe me, If you disobey this particular instruction and directive, you are out. You know I don't waste time. Now entering the real deal, the real business of the liberation of Biafra. I don't want any distraction. I don't want to come on social media and I open your pages, your platform, and all I'm hearing is this one is that, this one is this. This is not what we are doing now. We are now entering a very dangerous phase of this struggle that we must continue. If they attack me, allow them. Don't respond until I ask you to do. Call my attention on those attacking me. I will tell you when to respond and when not. For now, there is nothing they are going to say about me that I have not said before. There is no attack that is going to come to me today that I have not seen in the past. So from tonight, focus on creating the awareness, bringing what Biafran Liberation Army are doing to the public. This is our task from tonight. The activities of the Biafran Liberation Army, hunt for it, look for it, put them on social media, and let the world see.
The instruction is that those of you with your smartphones who are connected to IPOB live broadcast, especially via IPOB community app, no longer Radio Biafra because a new one is coming. Delete every Radio Biafra app on your device. Delete it. Nigeria has taken it over.
Then you have heard the instruction. The power that spoke is this document you see here. The people that gave him this document, they know him very, very well and deep. And if this order has not been given, do you know what would have happened? Because ndị Igbo said na onwe agwọ a na-akpọ ikputu. That snake, there is a snake that is called ikputu in Igbo land. That snake doesn't bite. Until you will disturb that snake, the snake will then bite. And when the snake bites, it will be very, very dangerous. Inside war. That is the thing they used, automatic from British idea, gave to Gowon to be causing this kind of division in between us. Susanna Wobodo, thank you. And did you see the end of this division? Because the liberation of Biafra is in the hand of the government in exile, which Simon Eber is the prime minister. Do you think that he will have this document here to misuse this document? If he didn't send this message to him, if he didn't put this order, you know that this document is not speaking. Are you getting it? Under this document, under this award, Universal Peace Universal Ambassador for Peace, under this award, he put this full stop to this thing because we don't need distraction. If I made a mistake in this thing now, anybody that will rise up to speak against me, 2 times before you come. And before you come to attack me, you have to pass this video to him. Let him then and the government in exile analyze what I said. Because it is too much for our people to find a negative meaning when someone is positive. If you want to attack, you can focus on a group that is making mistake. Fulani agenda that came to take our land. They are carrying the agenda of Usman Donfodio up to date. Up till date, they are carrying the agenda of Usman Donfodio. And nobody is questioning them. Nobody is asking them any question. They are working, recruiting people like Hope Uzodinma, recruiting people like Dave Omahi, recruiting all our persecutors, recruiting all of them, putting all of them back to the society in order for them to destroy us. And we will then leave what we are supposed to do and begin to do another thing. I am trying to bring out the ideology of Fulanis because our people are here now. I am trying to bring out something so that to know if it will play. For people to understand, number one, Umuokoro in Iguacha has been changed to Rumukoro. Iguacha name has been changed to Port Harcourt. Divide and rule was the key that made Wike to destroy and kill more than 10,000 Igbo people in Iguacha. Divide and rule is the reason the Igodomigodo, some part of Igodomigodo and some Bini people, some Asian people, some Ishoko people are still thinking whether they are coming up strongly to support Biafra. It was the ideology of divide and rule. And this ideology of divide and rule has been speaking loud, and speaking loud. Now, as it has been speaking loud, we want to show you
translation of pamphlets issued in Arabic and distributed in selected mosques in northern Nigeria by Fulani nationalist movement. Funam dated November 6, 2018. The battle is getting closer.
If you are here, write us some comments, and if you are following, show us some love. Amechi, Jonas, thank you for joining. Susanna, thank you. Chigozie, thank you. What do you say? He killed people in Obibo. Yes, we can kill people in Obibo with the ideology of divide and rule. For him, after finishing to become a governor, he will then go to Abuja. That is the thing. And if you check all the pictures we have shown you here, how many people called their own team to stop internal war? Joy, if Ijoma, thank you for joining. How many people called their own team to say, stop this attack? AFB, Global, thank you for joining. Uchen Naume, thank you for joining. We want to teach you, we want to tell you, we want to open the secret document of Fulanis and what they are doing. Pero, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Share this message. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Then if you have not subscribed to 555 Vision program, subscribe. Then let us open the secret again. This secret, we have been opening it a long time, but Ndi Igbo have a parable that says, it doesn't mean that you've not known that Biafra fought a war declared by Ojukwu. But when you understand the meaning and the reason why Ojukwu said he is no more looking on these people, then you will then, if it's up to you to join the struggle, then you will join the struggle. That is what we are doing. And we are, peace, E. Peter, thank you. Then we open the document now.
Of pamphlets issued in Arabic and distributed in selected mosques in northern Nigeria by Fulani nationalist movement. Funam dated November 6, 2018. The battle is getting closer. We call on all true Muslims. This is the time to act. This is the time for Second Holy War. We started in 1804. The British stopped us. We must regain the terrorist lost. It is against Islam to rotate war with infidels. Forget about election that will only lead to sharing of power. Think of the kingdom that we shall rule forever. We can change the naughty history. Ottoman and Fodio did it successfully. Think of the kingdom that we shall rule forever. We can change the naughty history. Ottoman and Fodio did it successfully. Think of the kingdom that we shall rule forever. We can change the naughty history. Ottoman and Fodio did it successfully. We can do it. We must take the enemies in the west, central and the last by surprise. The west, central and the last. We can do it. We must take the enemies in the west, central and the last by surprise.
Because we are not hiding our faces. We must all focus on the real deal to get Biafra. Chigozie, thank you. Sapromis, good job, thank you. The justification is here. They said there, we must take them from the West. Who is the president of Nigeria now? From the West, Yoruba. Central, and the last. Which area have they not captured? Freedom is taken. Yes. Greeting. We must take them from the West, the way they do this thing. The Central, yeah, those people that consider themselves South, and the Middle Belt, Central, and the last, and the other people at last. Which area have they not captured? Tell me. They have captured everywhere, and they think we keep our hands full. Listen here.
That is the plot. They spy and occupy their homes, occupy their forests, occupy their streets, occupy their schools, occupy their markets. You will suffer in this. Rain and shade will fall on you, but heaven will honor you. Occupy their streets, occupy their schools, occupy their markets.
Occupy their streets, occupy their markets, occupy their shops, occupy everywhere. And they are motivating the Fulani henchmen. They told them, this game, this thing will be very, very difficult for you, but at last you are going to rejoice. You will hear it here. That is why when Mazen Nambekano got his hand to this message, he then come up and made it open that they are coming. This is the way they are coming. He recruited ESN to chase them out. And when they see that the Fulani henchmen cannot be able to carry the job, then they begin to recruit Boko Haram into military. They now wear military uniform to enter in order for them to carry the attack legally, not coming in the night, rather with the army uniform in order for them to enter. Did you know when the Buhari recruited them and they keep on recruiting up to today? How many people knows? Write us witness here. Then they will continue.
You will suffer in this. Rain and shade will fall on you, but heaven will honor you after the inevitable battles. Our task on the infidels must be total and overwhelming. We must begin by installing fear in them, weakening their resolve through kidnaps, brutal rapes, making it must begin by installing fear in them. Our task on the infidels must be total and overwhelming. We must begin by installing fear in them, weakening their resolve through kidnaps, brutal rapes, making it difficult for them to farm and.
Did you hear? What did you hear there? They said that they must begin by instilling fear inside the indigenous people, weaken them by destroying their farms. That is when they legalized Ruga. And who stopped Ruga? When ESN was created by our leader Mazen Namdekan. And who is fighting them today? Fasama Oneba. Government in exile is the person fighting them today. And today you don't see all the cow going up and down. Today you have seen Alex Oti, the place where Ojos Okalo handed over for him to become governor. Alex Oti have chased them away from that place after more than 80 dead bodies was discovered from that place. They said they will weaken them. This is a plan they made a long time ago. And we must continue. Freedom is taken, but they kept on dying in the land. Yes. Now we continue.
Subdue them before the war. Our strategies involves learning from the tactics of the past and merge it with the wisdom of the movement. There is no going back. Nigeria is our own. It was handed over to us by Allah. How the movement? There is no going back. Nigeria is our own. It was handed over to us by Allah. How then can we share what is ours? We must never fight a defensive war. We must make the battle. We must take the battle to the homes of the infidels. War. We must make the battle. We must take the battle to the homes of the infidels. Battle to the homes of the infidels. We must use everything that we have, whether you are a boy, a lady, a man, or a woman. All Muslims of Fulani origin must take this as a duty. Whether you are a boy, a lady, a man, or a woman, all Muslims of Fulani origin must take this as a duty. We must sharpen our fighting weapons. Everything is a weapon. Your kada, your knives, your hands, the trailers you drive, the fighting weapons. Everything is a weapon. Your kada, your knives, your hands, the trailers you drive, the tankers with fuel, food and.
What do you hear? They must make use of everything they have. Whether you are a boy, a woman, a man, you are Okada, your trailer, your tankers with fuel. How many people will see tankers exploding in Eastern Zone every minute of the day? How many people, write us here, how many people see tanker will just explode in the marketplace and destroy people? Anybody who left the real deal and they start broadcasting destruction must follow. Then, how many understand this thing we are doing here? They already mapped out their plan and they think they will use this plan to distract us. That is why the God of our ancestors arose. The God of our ancestors arose and he visited our prime minister and he told him to do this thing you are going to hear. Please, you must hear it.
You who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle.
Had it been, all this law has been made a long time ago, starting from Wazirike. Do you think that more than 80 million people following our leader will spend their time to attack only Simon Ekpa from DOS? The reason Biafra has not been declared a long time ago is because of the attack DOS peddled against Simon Ekpa. Because it is obvious that in Catalonia government is way strong and mighty to support Biafra. They supported Biafra very, very well. Imagine if Catalonia government, which DOS has hijacked, joined up with Finland government and the Biafran government in exile. Imagine what will happen. Catalonia government gave us office. The first embassy, Catalonia government by Artur Mas, they gave us embassy. The first office when Nnamdi came to visit us. But because nobody stopped them for attacking only one person, that is why they hijacked Catalonia government. Today, Catalonia government don't even know how to support. And a lot of Biafrans are here in Barcelona. One call, stop this attack. Let us focus on this thing you are hearing here now. This is the thing that brings us all up.
Food yourself, the house of the infidels that you guide. Study very well and wait for our order. Exploit the weakness of the infidels. They are lousy, lack discipline, sleep like fools, love parties and dances, lack discipline, and mostly unarmed. With your vantage positions, you can take on a whole family of 10, conquer and kill them if need be. The battle must be fought in their homeland. The middle belt must be totally crushed. They are few and divided. You can take on a whole family of 10, conquer and kill them if need be. On a whole family of 10, conquer and kill them if need be. The battle must be fought in their homeland. The middle belt must be totally crushed. The battle must be fought in their homeland. The middle belt must be totally crushed. They are few and divided. They are few and divided. The middle belt must be totally crushed. They are few and divided. The middle belt must be totally crushed. They are few and divided. Never.
Did you hear something there? That the battle must be fought in their homeland. The middle belts are divided and the few. What is happening? They instead hopes or them. They instead all their stooges to fight against their own selves. Hello? That is the battle. And if nobody has called, made the call, give order, which our PN has given, you know the kind of destruction that was about to come inside this autopilot, inside the government in exile. You know the kind of destruction. They send the spirit of destruction inside the government in exile. But because Chukwukika Abiyama himself picked up a man after his heart within power of nature and the power of God, he gave it to him. That's why you see he quenched this fire that was about to come. Because if anybody will come here now and begin to read negative meaning in what I am doing, there is no nyash shit. You cannot find shit. There is no nyash. You can't find shit. That is why I am not interested to see the shit inside your nyash. Anybody that want to give negative translation in this program today, I am telling you 100% they will find it. But if you put what they call positive interpretation, you will then understand what is happening and why PM called and quenched the fire immediately. He says, allow them to attack him. There is no kind of attack anybody is going to give to him that he has not received. So he is well prepared. You got to, he is well prepared. Now, this is the war he told you to focus on.
Never trust anyone in the east and not in south. Not even their filthy Muslims who do everything Allah rejects. Get yourself prepared. The battle is near. Please circulate to all Christians. Very urgent. IPOB.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
Okay. I think before this, our Onyendu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has been saying this. Am I right?
Yes.
Do you see them? You see them?
Talks about killing your premier. Add on top of that the North's general hate of the East, and you can start to get the picture of the sort of...
Here, Biafrans, those online and those that will watch later. Here now you will get the picture of what you have read, what you listened to before from Ahmad Bello. Listen.
of tribal tension Nigeria was heading towards.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp.
And you can start to get the picture of the sort of tribal tension Nigeria North's general hate of the East. And you can start to get the picture of the sort of tribal tension Nigeria was heading towards.
One thing...
Add on top of that the North's general hate of the East, and you can start to get the picture of the sort of tribal tension Nigeria was heading towards.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. The Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody.
France, what are you suffering today? This is the language of divide and rule. Simon Ekpa want to take control. Simon Ekpa want to take in charge. Simon Ekpa now is working for Tinubu. Simon Ekpa now is working for Buhari. Simon Ekpa want to control. He want to become in charge. Is it not the same language you heard from DOS? And before this message, which Simon Ekpa did now and they give order, did you hear some things that made him to rush and they come out? You people watching, I thank you. I thank all of you, because when you are writing comments, it's giving us energy. All these lefus in the Zoological Republic and the Animal Kingdom, you see it? This is the root of divide and rule. And listen to it again.
More or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp. Within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp.
Do you know, inside the criticisms against our prime minister, DOS says, why is it that Simon Ekpa will join the Biafran struggle, which they are fighting for since over 10 years, and he just want to come and bring Biafra? That was the offense he committed. And they listen to it here. They want to monopolize.
They want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp.
Do you see it? Simon Ekpa want to eat where he didn't sow. He is this, he is that. You see the language here. That is where the seed of destruction. That is why you hear what you heard today. That is why he gave this order, because the seed of divide and rule was about to enter inside the government in exile. And as a spiritual man, he saw it. We made an appeal. We call people in government in exile, rush, stop this thing. And he heard our voice. That's why we are too proud to show you this thing before we call it a day in 5 minutes. You understand now?
Few who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle. Anybody.
This is the destruction of what you have just heard here now.
If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, in actual fact, what it is a northerner first. In actual fact, what it is a northerner first.
Permanent one.
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number. Then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. An expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian.
If they can't employ white people to come and do the job, they will then employ a Nigerian on contract. What is Hope most of them are doing in Imo State? What is Hope most of them are doing in Imo State? They will employ a Nigerian on contract. That is why we have to, hey, happy Ume, happy Ume, you come late. Thank you. You know, long time we have not been here. So that is why you hear our PM, he said this thing. So we have to call it a day for now.
You, who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle. Anybody. You are prohibited from discussing anybody that is not Nigeria government and the affiliate. If anybody has been in this struggle, stop talking about them. If anybody has fallout, stop talking about them until it is necessary. From tonight, I do not want to see anybody in the media team discussing one nonsense, discussing anybody that has fallout of this struggle until when it is necessary. I will give you that green light. For now, we must focus on Nigeria government, on Hope Uzodinma, on the awareness to make sure that the necessary resources is raised. Necessary fund is raised. You have to
to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, I mean, new to our region, but how many northerners are employed in the east or in the west? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in.
So, you see them? You see them? This is Usman Donfodio, and this is the Amadou Bello. These are them. This is Buhari. Buhari is the 44th generation of Usman Donfodio. Some people may not know 44 grandson of Usman Donfodio, where they have come to take everything that belongs to us. You understand now? The agenda is very, very clear, and that's why our PM has destroyed this particular agenda by these demons, by these people.
Everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp,
tension Nigeria was heading towards.
One thing I've
General hate of the East. And you can start to get the picture of the sort of tribal tension Nigeria. Add on top of that the North's general hate of the East. And you can start to get the picture of the sort of premier. Add on top of that the North's general hate of the East. And you can start to get the picture of the sort of tribal tension Nigeria was heading towards.
So my fellow Biafrans, we will call it a day. This is for you to get the picture where the seed of divide and rule, where the bet, how they give the bet of divide and rule. It started from Usman Danfodio, and this man you see, Ahmadu Bello, made it clear here, and you can then understand the picture of why.
And you can start to get the picture of the sort of tribal tension Nigeria was heading towards.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody.
So, Biafrans, why did they hate Simon Ekpa from DOS? That Simon Ekpa want to take over. Simple. And why did our PM give this report? Because of unnecessary rumor. That is how we stop it. Unnecessary rumor. And when he found out that this is unnecessary rumor, he have to call and give order to stop. And this thing he stopped today, this thing he stopped the day, think 3 days ago, this is exactly what he have just stopped. So whoever that will share this message, share it to anybody you like. This call, our PM called to stop attack on anybody that is fighting for Biafra. When we mean anybody that is fighting for Biafra, we mean anybody that has fought for Biafra. We are not here for no unnecessary attack. Anybody that has fought for Biafra. We are not. They can continue as you hear him here. This attack, this thing you hear our PM said here is automatically to stop what Ahmadu Bello said in the spiritual world.
Who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing. We're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafran Republic government in exile, affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle.
So,
anybody.
Thank you, Biafra. Rose Ofebu, thank you for coming. You came late also. We must continue, my people of Biafran land. God bless you. Thank you. So we call it a day. This call he called is more than spiritual than physical. It's more than spiritual than physical. This call is to stop this original agenda of divide and rule from Ahmadu Bello, which you have heard here now. It is not the people he mentioned his name. And if you listen here now, you will see that the name of those people is not mentioned here because we are 555 vision. We came to serve Biafra with what Chukwu Okike Abiama gave us to do, and we are not missing the track. Maybe on Thursday is when we will have time again like this. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. Workbox, thank you. We must work. Thank you.